Have you ever heard of the 30 Years' War? No, you're not alone. We've all studied World War I, we've all seen movies about World War II, but this war, it was longer, bloodier, and arguably just as important, yet almost no one talks about it. No movies, no National Remembrance Days, no mainstream coverage, just silence. This is the story of the 30 Years' War, the forgotten war that changed the world forever. It all began in the year 1618, right in the heart of Europe, a continent simmering with religious and political tensions, a powder keg waiting for a spark. A group of determined Protestant rebels, fueled by years of accumulated grievances and a burning desire for change, stormed into Prague Castle. A bold act of defiance against the ruling powers, and in a moment that would echo through history and forever alter the course of Europe, they threw two Catholic officials out the window, a shocking and unprecedented act known as the Defenestration of Prague. That single audacious moment sparked a fire, a devastating fire that would rage and burn for 30 long years, engulfing the continent in war, famine, and utter destruction. This wasn't just a local uprising confined to one region, it was a catalyst. This quickly escalated and turned into a continent-wide apocalypse, a brutal and devastating conflict unlike anything seen before, tearing apart nations and reshaping the map of Europe. Over 8 million people died in the fighting, succumbing to disease and tragically starving from famine. To put that staggering loss in perspective, that's more than the entire population of modern-day New York City. A truly unimaginable number, gone, wiped out by war, leaving behind only empty fields and shattered lives. Germany alone lost over half its population in some regions, leaving a deep and lasting scar on the land that would take generations to heal and rebuild. On the surface, this was a war about religion, Catholics versus Protestants. But underneath, it was about power, politics and empire. Spain, France, Sweden, the Dutch, the Holy Roman Empire. They all got involved. One by one, kings and rulers used the chaos to grab land, settle scores, or reshape Europe in their image. What started as a small rebellion became an all-out power struggle that pulled in nearly every major European force. And unlike the world wars we know, this one wasn't fought by disciplined soldiers. It was fought by mercenaries, unpaid, uncontrolled, unforgiving. They looted villages, burned crops, tortured civilians, and when they ran out of food, they simply took what they wanted. Entire towns vanished, not just destroyed, but erased. As if they never existed. The war didn't just kill with bullets, it starved people, it spread plague, it collapsed economies. This was true total war before that term even existed. And then, after 3 long decades of widespread destruction, unimaginable loss and immense suffering, something truly remarkable and unprecedented happened on the world stage, marking a turning point in human history. Weary world leaders, exhausted by seemingly endless conflict and yearning for peace, finally sat down together, and they began to talk, to negotiate in earnest, and to find a path forward towards lasting stability. In the year 1648, after much intense deliberation, compromise and careful consideration, they formally signed the Treaty of Westphalia. This pivotal agreement didn't just bring an end to the seemingly endless war that had ravaged the continent, it fundamentally reshaped the landscape of global politics and international relations, setting the stage for a new era. This treaty boldly introduced something entirely brand new and revolutionary to the world order. The concept of the modern nation-state as we understand it today, a cornerstone of our contemporary geopolitical system. For the very first time in recorded history, individual countries were officially recognized as fully sovereign entities, independent and self-governing. They possessed fixed and clearly defined borders, solidifying their territorial integrity, and they held the inherent right to govern themselves and their people without undue outside interference, coercion, or external pressures. Furthermore, it also laid the essential foundation for modern diplomatic practices, shaping the way nations interact on the world stage. The establishment of international law, providing a framework for global cooperation and justice, and the crucial separation of church and state that defines much of the Western world, ensuring secular governance and individual freedoms. Think about that for a moment. The way our world is meticulously organized today, with its intricate systems and structures, the very reason countries exist as independent entities, each with their own defined borders, clearly defined territories and sovereignty, it all started with a pivotal moment in time, with a forgotten war, a conflict shrouded in the mists of history, often overlooked in mainstream narratives. Most people never hear about it, its significance lost to the sands of time. So why don't we learn about this crucial period in school? Why is it absent from our history books and curricula? Is it simply an oversight, or is there a deeper reason for this omission? Maybe because there were no clear-cut heroes or villains in this complex narrative, no Hollywood-style battles filled with dramatic heroism and easy moral victories, and perhaps, crucially, no direct American involvement to capture the popular imagination. Just 3 long decades of messy, brutal, and often uncomfortable truths that challenge our conventional understanding of history. But forgetting it, ignoring its lessons and implications, that might be our biggest mistake, a critical oversight with far-reaching consequences. Because the 30 Years' War didn't just tragically kill millions of people and devastate entire regions. It fundamentally reshaped the geopolitical landscape and built the very foundations of the world we live in today. If you learned something new and insightful today, or saw history presented in a way you've never quite seen before, please hit that like button to show your support and help us reach a wider audience. And if you want to uncover more of these forgotten stories, the hidden narratives that have shaped our modern lives, then please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Because history isn't just about the events and figures we consciously remember and celebrate. It's also profoundly shaped by what we collectively choose to forget and the reasons why. Unearthing these forgotten chapters is crucial to understanding our present and shaping a better future.